I want to start with a simple question. What is business analysis? Whatever you are thinking, you are probably right and also wrong because the business analyst role changes by project, industry, and organization. Today, we will simplify the role by understanding what business analysis is and what it is not. Let us start with understanding what is business analysis first. Before we jump into solutions, we must understand why the business wants the change. There is always a deeper business need. If we miss the why, we deliver the wrong solution. For example, a stakeholder may say, we want a chatbot. But when we probe, we find the real issue is long customer wait times. So maybe the solution is not a chatbot. Maybe it is improving workflows. That is why the why matters. Good business analysts don't assume. They ask questions, structured probing questions to uncover real needs. So if someone says reports are slow, I don't stop there. I ask how slow, which reports, and what is acceptable speed. That is how I turn a complaint into a clear requirement. A business analyst is the bridge. Business talks in outcomes, IT talks in logic. We translate one into the other. So when the business says we want faster onboarding, I translate that into something developers can act on, like integrating an identity validation API. We don't just collect info, we analyze it. We look at data, timing, workflow, steps, and identify where delays happen. I once saw a process that took 5 days. When we broke it down, we found 3 of those days were just waiting for one approval. That is the bottleneck. Visuals make complexity simple. Many stakeholders understand a diagram far better than long documents. For example, I draw a simple as is workflow for a loan approval. The moment they saw the 4 unnecessary approval loops, the entire team said, we need to fix this. A business analyst ensures everyone is aligned. Miscommunication is the biggest project killer. We prevent that. Marketing once told IT, we want personalization. IT assumed it meant showing the customer's name. But when I clarified, personalization actually meant offering products based on customer history. That alignment changed everything. Business analysts suggest solutions, not based on opinion, but on business impact and data. Every recommendation must link to value. For example, I recommended an automated invoice reminder system, and the value was clear. I reduced late payments and 50 hours saved per month. We don't just hand off requirements, we stay involved, validating if the solution actually meets what we defined. For example, if the requirement says OTP must arrive in 5 seconds, during user acceptance testing, I check exactly that. If it takes 12 seconds, we fix it. What we have seen so far is what constitutes business analysis. Let us understand what business analysis is not. A business analysis is not a note-taking activity. We question, clarify, and interpret. So instead of writing down customer wants reports, I ask which reports, why, and how often. That changes the entire direction. The project manager manages timelines and resources. The business analyst manages the understanding and clarity. So they are different roles. A project manager might ask, when will this be done? A business analyst asks, what exactly needs to be done? Those are very different questions. A business analyst doesn't build the system. We define what needs to be built. Developers create it. For example, I may specify validate data in real time through API, but the developer writes the actual code to do it. Business analysts don't dictate user interface. We collaborate with UX, users, and stakeholders. I won't say make the button blue. Instead, I say the button must be clearly visible for quick user action. Design chooses the color. Business analysts participate in testing, but that is only one part of the role, not the full role. I define test scenarios like user logs in and is taken to dashboard. But I am not a full-time tester. A business analyst doesn't relay messages. We add insight, structure, and clarity. If business says we want automation, I don't just forward that. I ask which task, what effort does it save, and what is the current pain. Documents are meaningless unless they help people understand. Clarity beats volume. So business analysts facilitate that clarity and create templates. They are not template fillers. Remember, even after this session and this training program, you may still do tasks like coding, taking notes, or documentation. That doesn't mean you are not a business analyst. It simply means your organization expects multiple responsibilities. What matters is that you now understand what real business analysis is. Carry this understanding into your projects and your job roles. Start acting like a business analyst, even in small steps. And yes, expect resistance. People resist change because change forces clarity. But that clarity is exactly where your business analysis impact begins.